Hello everyone, welcome to the Ichimoku daily analysis for gold for Tuesday, October the 12th, 2010. Well, the market continues in the uptrend. We had a candle the previous day making a higher high and a higher low, so the market was in a first time frame uptrend. Today's candle didn't establish a higher high and a higher low, or a lower high or a lower low, so the previous trend remains in force. A slight change of character for the market today. We had a red body candle, and the red body denotes the sellers making some net bearish progress, which is in contrast to the two previous candles and in contrast to many of the candles that we've seen in this very strong uptrend the market's been in. We did have a fairly large red body candle 3 trading days ago, but the market failed to change trend even then. Now the market is obviously testing this zone of resistance around 1360, and we can see a few days ago that the market tested just above there, and there was very strong selling pressure coming in. So once again, as the market started to trade up around that area, roughly around 1356, then that zone was exerting its influence, and the market sold off. Now, the bears weren't strong enough to close the market in control, though, because they've closed the market around the midpoint level of the range, and that means that neither side has closed this market in control. So even though the bulls are have been in the ascendancy for quite some time, the bears and the market is attempting to have a rest and attempting to change trend in the first time frame. The bears weren't strong enough to take control of this market, so that could be quite significant for this market over the next few days. The low of the current candle becomes very, very important. We can see here that this area has been tested on 2 occasions now, and on the previous day this is around 1341, and each time buyers have come in. So on the previous day the buyers came in and closed the market up towards the high to take control, but today they've the buyers have come in and closed the market at midpoint level, but not being strong enough to close and control. So that's a loss of commitment from the sellers there. But by the same token, obviously the buyers didn't have the commitment to trade the market back up towards the highs again, or to take out the previous high. So a fairly large amount of indecision in this market today. Now, in Ichimoku charts terms, we are trading up above the cloud, so a long way up above the cloud and looking rather overextended, and the market is trading above the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen, so the market is bullish in the medium-term and fast-term timeframes. Both of these indicators have turned flat, and especially when the Kijun-sen turns flat, it tends to attract price action. And earlier on, last week, we did have the price action being attracted back towards there. So it'll be interesting to watch this market and the lows to see whether the market is attracted back down to these levels because of this flat Kijun-sen. A flat Kijun-sen basically means that the previous trending action is not in force. The market doesn't have that upside momentum, and it's either congesting or pulling back. And we know that markets mean revert, and there's a good chance that we will have mean reversion back to either of these Ichimoku indicators, and that's what these indicators actually are. They're a mean reading of a market over a certain period of days. So there is a chance that the markets will revert back to these means eventually. Now, just looking at the Chiku span over here, it is a long way up above the corresponding price action as well. So that tends to reinforce the bullishness that we have in the market from these Ichimoku indicators. We also have the Tenkan-sen trading above the Kijun-sen again, so that maintains the bullishness, bullish outlook for this market. Now, if the market does trade down, then we do have quite strong support down below. Obviously, that level, the lows around these candles, 1356, are important, but then down to roughly about 1325, the lows of these candles where we saw buying come back in, and down to 1320 where we had a moderate amount of resistance that may act as support as well. Certainly the Tenkan-sen may act as support. 1330, it's usually one of the first areas in a very strong uptrending market where we find support, and then down to the Kijun-sen at round number 1300 is an area definitely where we will find some good solid support. Down below there we have 1280 and all the way down to the cloud. So an interesting market coming up for us. The 1360 area and just above is some decent resistance now, but we certainly do have strong support down below.